Brittany, and it's Lover Lover, today's best country. It's Froggy 101. I'm Crockett, and I am here with I could say a mountain of a man, that without sounding too weird. You're a huge man. You're giant. Trace Adkins in the studio. You're getting ready to work on your 13th career album.
I'm actually done with it.
You're done with it? Oh,
yeah,
see that?
No, I finished it already. I finished it about a month or so ago. Turned it into the label. I was done with it.
You just turned it in? It was like a book report? Just
Yeah, here you go.
Here it is. See you later. Just turned it. Off the a new single is coming, Jesus and Jones. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's a song about a strange position that you find yourself in if you're somebody like me. You start out singing bass in a gospel quartet and do that for a few years. But that was the first door that opened for me as far as performing musically. But I was playing guitar along with all my father's country records. And, so at some point I found myself singing George Jones songs in a beer joint. And then there you are with that dilemma. Who am I? Where do I fit in? Somewhere between Jesus and Jones.
So, starting off, you talk about starting off. You had to play some sort of sports. I did. How tall are you? 6'3"?
6'6".
6'6".
Football was my thing. I love football, but I had to play basketball in high school because I was the tallest kid in school.
You had to.
They'd have run me out of town if I wouldn't have played them. So I played basketball, played baseball, ran a little track, did everything in high school. Then I went to college and played football for a year.
So how did you wander into the gospel?
It was a natural thing. Well, actually, I was playing guitar behind a trio. It was three guys, a tenor, baritone singer, and a lead singer, and I was playing guitar along with a friend of mine. He was playing bass. We were backing them up for some banquet or something that they were doing. And I was singing the bass part behind them, and then the lead singer, we were rehearsing, and the lead singer turned around and said, "Who's that?" And I said, that's me. I'm sorry about that. And he said, "No, come up here," because I was singing the bass part. He said, "Come up here and sing with us." So I did, and then they asked me to start singing with them.
They must have loved you because, that's a pretty deep bass voice you got there. Now, there's a rumor out there, and I'm sure there's some truth to it. You lost a finger at some point.
No, I didn't lose it. They stuck it back on there.
They said it came off in the rumor.
Well,
mill.
It didn't come all the way off. It just cut it and then, dropped down. So, it was trashed, but, they stuck it back on.
So you wanted it back on to keep playing guitar?
Well, I thought, if they fused the joints in that position, and I had to show the doctor. I said, set it like that so that at least so I could suspend the D chord,
You're like the RoboCop of country music. It's cybernetic there. So you've done everything, and in this upcoming May, you are actually going to be the third entertainment figure to ever be awarded the National Defense Industrial Association's prestigious Dwight D. Eisenhower Award for your leadership in support of the military services. Am I right on that? I thought I got it all right. That
was a mouthful.
That was a lot. I wrote it down in fine print, so I got it all. It didn't sound dumb.
Yeah, I was told about that a couple of weeks ago. I think we're going to go do that in December. Go to D.C. and do that. It's just something else that I don't deserve.
I don't know about that. You do all the USO shows, and in fact, you've done WWE's tribute to the troops.
Yeah.
You ever think about being a pro wrestler?
No.
That never crossed your mind.
No, never.
Growing up, nothing. You didn't even watch.
No, I loved watching.
Well, who was your favorite? Perfect. Now
Cowboy Bill Watts.
Really?
When I was a kid. Cowboy
awesome.
Bill Watts, Bruiser Bob Sweetan. All those old cats.
But you never thought at 6'6".
Junkyard Dog. I remember all those guys.
So if you had to come up with a wrestling name, you ever think of one?
No, I never thought about it. Never seriously thought about it.
We'll work on that. You got the acting career. You're coming up in a new movie, and it's got Mark Wahlberg in it.
Yeah.
Deepwater Horizon. Have you got to meet him?
Yeah.
Is he as mean as they say?
Wasn't mean to me. No,
I don't blame him.
No, I'm in one scene in that movie. I don't think it comes out till September of next year, but. And I wasn't going to do it. They called me, and how'd you find out about that anyway? I didn't think that anybody had been promoting that. Anyway,
I got a piece of paper.
Because I'm not in the movie, but just one scene. But we were up in the Northwest somewhere, and they said they want you to come to New Orleans and do this scene in this movie. And I said, I'm not flying to New Orleans to do one scene in a movie. And they said, well, you throw this guy around the lobby of the hotel. And I said, still, I'm not going to,
That wasn't enough.
And they said, well, it's Wahlberg that you're throwing around the lobby. And I said, all right, I'll go.
I mean, they get to throw Wahlberg around.
Yeah, if you
Why
get to
not?
throw Wahlberg around, all right. So
I had a couple fan questions I asked on Facebook if anybody had any questions. And I thought I was going to get like a lot of emotional questions. And the biggest question I got was, will you come to their house for Thanksgiving? so I guess what I can grab out of that is, what is your plans for Thanksgiving?
you're going to have to take it up with my mama. I'm sorry.
So I'm guessing that's what you're doing for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, you have to call my mama and see if I can get out of that.
And Jessica Rollins on Facebook asks, what is your favorite song to play?
Seriously, I think every entertainer should answer that question this way. Whatever your favorite song is to hear me play is my favorite song to play. I mean, that's, it changes sometimes from night to night. Just whichever song, gets the biggest response. That's my favorite one of the night, so there you go.
That's a solid answer. We'll wrap it up with, who were your role models growing up?
My old man was my role model. In the very beginning, I mean, as far as musically, my grandfather, I used to stand beside him in church, and he would sing bass, and he had a beautiful, deep, rich bass voice, and I just thought I just wanted to grow up and sing like my granddaddy.
So this voice runs in the family.
I guess.
Hand it down. You're at a
I got mine from my mama.
You're at a sold-out show tonight at the casino. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule.
My pleasure.